Yo! So, it's like the second time I tried this because UDK, in its infinite wisdom, loves to crash. And it crashed on an autosave and the autosave got corrupted, so woohoo, I had to do it all over again. So, first things first, I'm not going to talk about the correct soil just yet. I've got it in, I've made it all nicey nice, but I'm going to deal with that later. I want to show you, well, you're looking at it, the sand looks a lot different. Let's show you exactly what I did. Well, this is the original sand I had without the wind effect. And it looks okay, it looks a bit, well, clay, it looks like clay. But this, it's a bit yellow. I'm going to try and change the colour a little bit, but you can see it kind of shines a bit now. Well, it doesn't shine, it has more depth, more feel, and it's all down to a literally 2 nodes, or 3 nodes in the material. So let's go to the material and see what I actually did. Basically all I did was add this little node here, as well as a lerp and a new colour. This it kind of acts like a what's this? That specular, but it isn't actually a specular. It's kind of it's almost dynamic the way it works. I'm not 100% sure how it works or what it actually does. All I know, it does what it does, and it comes out the way it looks. If that makes any sense. So basically, without that, right, we don't get this shining. It doesn't. Basically, depending on what angle you're at on the landscape or the mesh, you can also use this for meshes. Depends on how much depth you get and how much shine. You might notice the edges kind of pop, and it looks like it goes on forever. It gives it more depth. That's basically all it does. You can do it in a few different ways. Most people like to use it as something that's flat. Basically, I can make it flat by taking this normal out, but I wanted the wind to be a part of this, so you can actually see the wind sweeping across the thing. It actually looks kind of 3D now, which is nice, and you can see it in the background in the distance over here. So basically all I did is take the normal, yeah, that kind of makes sense. The normal I used for the sand and just plugged it straight into a lerp. The Fresnel is the alpha, and basically A is the normal material, B is the shine that you want. I can reverse these and it'll look a bit different. I'm not going to do it because it takes a while to build the actual material now, because yeah, it's getting rather expensive to use, even though I'm getting 100 odd frames just looking at this. But once I start looking over here, yeah, 80, 85, 90, it's still a lot of frames, which is good. So let's come out of here. What, 50 frames now, because I'm looking at a bit more. Let's come out of here, and yeah, and it's because I'm recording and I haven't optimized everything yet. So yeah, next thing, the cracked dirt. I basically tried smoothing it out as much as I can. Some parts I didn't because I want them there. Most of it's smoothed out. I just basically smoothed it out with this and this. It became a bit of a pain in some parts, so I just went back to this with a really low tool strength, just just to go over the top of it, and that's how I got this effect. Right, so that's basically all I've done off background in the background. I haven't really done anything else. There wasn't really much else for me to do because I'm working on some other things. So yeah, things to do today. So we want to add some foliage. I added foliage ages and ages ago, and I removed it because, to tell you the truth, it was a bit early to do the foliage. Now is almost the perfect time because everything's in place, and I can use features that I know work now. So let's get some grass. Again, the problem with the foliage tool is the meshes and the materials have to be in the same package, basically. So that's what I have to do now. I'm going to set it all up now so I don't have to do it later. Canyon, I want it in mesh. Just call it desert grass. Desert grass. Desert grass. Now we have those. I also want bush. Don't you want a bush? And yeah, we want some bushes. I'm not exactly sure what to get. I think I'm just going to steal all these ones. No, I'm going to steal all these ones. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great copies. Again, it's because they need to be in a loaded package, which is a pain in the arse. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I'm not 100% sure why. Canyon, mesh, doop, 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 doop. Yeah, okay to all. So we get all those. I also want some rocks. Just little pebbles. I could use these, but I don't particularly want to use these. So we're going to use these small rocks here. Don't think I have any collision. I don't care if they have collision, tell you the truth, because I'm not going to be using collision on them. Nah, they don't have collision anyway. So yeah, it's just create a copy. Put them in env_ken in mesh small rock. So now we have a bunch of crap that has no collision like everything else. And we're just going to, well, I would say I'm just going to add them all at the same time, but I'm not going to do that. So let's just put this over here. Get into our foliage tool. First thing I want, right? I want some rocks. Alright. I don't want uniform scaling. I want 0.5 on everything. And I want minus 0.5 to -1. Right, this Z offset well, yeah, this minus the Z no, that's scale. Yeah, that's right, I had that wrong, my bad. So and that is 1 and this is 1.5. So I read that wrong now. I just saw the Z and went, no? So yeah, that's meant to be 1 and this is supposed to be 1.5. The Z offset minimum and maximum, yeah. We use, well I don't know about the other devs. But we use, well I use a minus so that the actual mesh doesn't float when it's on like angles. Well, you see here that is an angle like that. It will, if I place it here, it will float above it, and it will just look weird. If I put a minus on it, it will sink down just a little bit. So yeah, that's all good. Minimum height minimum, I'm not worried about that. Right, landscape layer. Now this is the special one. If I put soil in, right, and I try, let's make sure we haven't got anything else here. Try painting here, it won't paint a damn thing. Now if I paint here, it will paint, because this is soil, this is sand. It will only paint on soil, which is a good thing. Right, so basically I'm going to be setting up each of these, 1, 2, 3, each of these and the grass up like this, pretty much exactly the same. So let's get started. In fact, I'm going to unrecord, basically do it in the background, then once I've done that I'll come back to you. Okay, see you then. Yeah, so I've done that, all in, all set. I haven't messed with density or anything like that, even though I really should. But they're all set to almost exactly the same. All the same, all the same. I haven't touched any of this yet, and basically now I want to get rid of. I don't want to paint everything at the same time because I want different densities of different things. Grass, I want quite a large density in most cases. So what I'm going to do is up my brush and just paint. I don't have to worry about. Oops. Was that in stone then? Don't think so. Good. I don't have to worry about it being on the sand because it won't go anywhere near the sand, and I can always yeah, I can always neaten it up later. In fact, I will neaten it up later once I actually have a chance. Again, let me just put this brush size down a bit in here. Oops. As I say, I'm going to neaten up once I actually I'd rather neaten it all up now than later on. Again, I'll put rocks and stuff down and whatnot. And let's just bring this density down a bit here. Oh, a bit too much. Obviously a bit too much, it was not. And yeah, let's just neaten all this up. Really, I should be doing this off camera, but I don't really have a lot more time to be doing this today. As you can see, it's 11, almost 12 o'clock, so yeah, I wish I had more time, but I really don't. Thank you for saving, because last time I did this you crashed. In fact, I'm going to save everything in a second. And then we can add some rocks and bushes and stuff. Right, file, save modified. You might notice that I've got a new file name as well. It's because just in case everything messes up, I've got the unwindy version as well. If this passes all the good stuff, all the testing and frame rates and whatnot, I'll keep it. If not, I'll revert all the wind materials back to non-windy. Just purely because I know it's going to kind of rip into performance. Me adding this fresco stuff has just added to it even more, which is kind of funny. One other thing, I don't think I've actually added it in this version, have I? No, I'm gonna add a wind actor. So yeah, we're just gonna remove all this, add some more here, and a bit more. And take out all the crap that we don't want. You might notice these little black splotches. I have to fix that as well, because the cracked soil and the soil are trying to merge, and they're using the same height blend. That's the word I was looking for. Man, my head is just all over the place today. Let's get rid of this and that and that there. There's still all this to do. I'll probably do all the rest off camera because it's boring, and I know this is boring, and I don't really have much to talk about, mainly because the map is getting very close to being finished. I'd say very close. There's still a lot of tweaking be going on. I should also mention that I tweaked the rock colour as well. It's a bit more orange, as I wanted it to contrast a little bit with the sand. Last place I want you is on that hump. So yeah, this grass looks a bit green at the moment. Once I build lights, it should go a bit more yellow. And tell you the truth, I'll probably end up changing the material on this anyway. Be an ongoing struggle. So yeah, I'm going to be adding grass, stones and some of these bushes. These bushes I definitely have to change colour. But other than that, I don't really have anything else to do at the moment. I wish I could do more on camera, but a lot of the stuff I'm doing now is just really fiddly, horrible stuff that I don't particularly want to be doing 3 times. Once to actually figure it all out, then another time to record, then realise the recording all UDK crashes, so I have to redo it all again. So yeah, I don't want to be doing it loads of times because I'm just lazy. You should know that by now. I'd say I'd like to take the easy route in doing everything. That's why most of my maps look crap. And if you're wondering how I'm actually painting, I'm using Control to paint and Control Shift to unpaint or to delete the paint. I was thinking about putting some in here as well, but this is mostly in shadow, so don't think I'm going to put a lot around here. Same in there. Don't want no mutant grass growing in the dark. So yeah, that's about it. I'm going to build lights for this grass. I'm going to add the rest off camera, and next time that you come, or next time you click on a link from me or see me in a sub box, even though you shouldn't be subscribed to me, I keep telling you not to. Yeah, This should all be done, and we'll work on the next thing that I have no idea what will be. Probably sounds and some other stuff. But one thing I do want to do is say goodbye to our little friends, because they is doing my tits-in. I keep shooting at them. I don't think there's any more. For some reason I'm getting a light passing through here and I'm not entirely sure why. I have to figure that out. I don't think there's another guy anywhere. No. So yeah, we're actually starting to get some prettiness coming in. And I shall see you after I make a light build. See you then. Yeah, so this grass did get a bit browner. It's not massively large grass. Again, I'm going to be putting bushes and stuff in here as well. I don't know if I'm going to keep the grass this colour or like make it a bit browner. It isn't actually blending in all that well. I'm not even sure if I want it to blend in all that well. I might even change this grass up for I know there's like a really thick grass. All I say it's this. But I think this is a bit too luscious. Bloody autosaves. It's a bit too luscious for this sort of map. Also got this, which is I think is almost exactly the same as what we're using. Just we've also got this, which is a really thick grass as well. And I was actually thinking about using this. I think this would, if I make this somewhat brown, it will work very nicely around by the cactuses. But yeah, I'm going to call it now. Tell me what you think. And yeah, as I keep saying, the more comments you make, the better this map will be. Wow, man, this is starting to look really flat now, isn't it? I can't remember if I added. I think I did. I should also mention I'll be messing around with some of these materials as well, trying to make them contrast better with everything else. Yes. Yeah, it's starting to look nice. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to call it now. Comments, all good. Stop subscribing. And I shall catch you in the next one. Ta-da.